10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, how's it going? It's Ryan here and welcome to a brand new series called Top 10. So today I'm going to be counting down my top 10 favourite PS1 games. So let's get on with this then, shall we? Starting off at number 10 we have Small Soldiers. Now I recently started doing like a Let's Play of this. I've not finished it. I will get back to it. I've been really bad recently about starting series and not finishing it, but I will get back to this, I promise. The footage you're seeing here is currently from that Let's Play, but yeah, this game, I mean, it's a lot of fun. It's not the best. The controls are a bit clunky, but it's quite a fun game. I mean, it is based loosely on the film, even though the game actually has nothing to do with the film. The plot line whatsoever has got nothing to do with the film whatsoever. But I mean, I enjoyed the film as a kid, so my dad bought me the game, and the game's it's actually pretty fun. I had fun with it. It's not the best, but I have some fond memories of the game. So I mean, I think nostalgia alone is really why the game's on the list. But yeah, it's not the best game. There's a lot better games out there, but I guess nostalgia alone is really again why it's on the list. I mean, it's a wee bit underrated, but at the same time, it's not the best. Anyway, let's head on to the next game. At number 9 we have Croc Legend of the Gobbles. Quite a funny name, I know. Yeah, this game here is, I think it's quite an underrated game actually. This game also had a sequel as well. I think only ever had 2 games, but this game is really fun. As you can see, it's a 3D platformer game. And the funny thing about this game, I think this game was actually meant to be like a spoof to Tomb Raider in a way, because Croc's got like the backpack and like the way he like navigates through the world and stuff like that. I'm not 100% sure, and that I could be wrong, but I mean, I'll be honest with you, I've not finished this game. I think this game is quite difficult. It's quite strange. A lot of these games that are like meant for kids back in the day were actually quite difficult. This game is no exception. But I never actually finished it. The first I got really was like to the very first boss, but I actually did play this game quite a bit as a kid. Even though I could never get past it all, I would always go back to it because it was actually quite a fun game. And you're probably going to notice there's quite a few platformers on this list, mainly back in the day. Like the platformers were like awesome back in the PS1, you know. And also, look, I was just going to be a wee spoiler. There's going to be no Metal Gear Solid or Final Fantasy or Silent Hill or Resident Evil or any of those classics, because unfortunately I never got to experience those games as a kid. And at the end of the day, this is going to be my personal list, and these are just the games that I experienced. By no way am I saying those games are bad. I just never had the chance to experience them, so that is the reason why they're not on this list. But hopefully, you won't disagree too much. If you do, please don't dislike. Leave me a comment saying what your list would be. Anyway, let's go on to number 8. And at number 8 we have Worms Armageddon. You mean, you've got to put Worms game on, don't you? The very first Worms was on PS1. It was also on PC as well, I believe. But this game did technically get a remake. It's on 360 and it's on other platforms as well. Not as good in my personal opinion. I think they changed a bit about it, but those are the first Worms I ever played. And Worms, if you've never played a game, and it's a turn-based strategy game. You take turns like trying to kill the enemy team. I mean, it's a very fun game, and also it had some hilarious cutscenes like the one you're about to see here. This is one of my favourite ones. The guy's about to take the picture of the worm, and instead he's like, "No mate, fuck you. You are getting a rocket right to your face." The game is full of great hilarious moments, and I always have fond memories of it, and in my opinion it's my favourite. I love the game. At number 7 we have Toy Story 2 Buzz Lightyear to the Rescue. There was quite a few Toy Story games actually in the PlayStation 1. There was a Toy Story Racer. There was also that spin-off game that Buzz Lightyear had his own. Remember that old cartoon show, like Buzz Lightyear Space Command or something? He had his own cartoon show, which was decent, and they also had a game as well. But This game here, I think, is the best Toy Story game. It is so good, and the fact this actually is based on the film as well. It follows the story of the film quite closely, and you basically all the levels you see in this game basically are in the film. But it's such a fun game. Like, the only downside really is he plays Buzz the whole time, but then at the end of the day, I mean, Buzz is the best character, isn't he? I mean, I know Woody's the main character and all that, but he can't really do much as Woody. But this game is just so fun. I had a lot. I was quite long. It had a lot of levels. It had really great music. It had great mini games, the one you're seeing here. It also had great bosses as well. It was just a fun game. It really was. If you've played this game, you know exactly what it's like. If you've not played this game, you missed out. It is quality. And wasn't not Toy Story 3 also really good as well? And I didn't play it, but apparently Toy Story 3 was pretty good as well. So they've done a good job on the Toy Story games. Was it Traveller's Tales that made this? I think it was. I don't even know if they're still a company anymore. I couldn't even tell you. And here is one of the bosses I'm talking about. It was just really awesome. It was a fun game. It was a platform, also technically third-person shooter as well. I had all those elements to it, but it was just awesome. And if you didn't experience this game, like I said, you missed out, because it is a classic. It really is. No top 10 list on PS1 would be complete without this game on there, at least somewhere. But yeah, fun game, and definitely check it out. And number 6, we have Crash Team Racing. This in my opinion, is probably one of the best kart racer games there is. Mainly because it features Crash, and I love Crash. Spoiler: Crash will be featured later on in this list. And I did kind of break the rules a wee bit about having 2 per franchise, but I don't know. Does this really class as like a main Crash gamer? I don't know if it does or not. Anyway, and this game was my Mario Kart. I never had Mario Kart growing up. I never had any Nintendo console. I mean, I had a Game Boy, but I never had any like of the main consoles. I grew up with a sort of a Mega Drive. Then I went on to the PlayStation 1, so I never really got to experience Mario Kart. But this game is just so fun. I mean, it is Mario Kart, but it's with Crash characters, and the music was fantastic. The levels were great. It was just everything you could expect from a Crash game with racing involved. It was just so fun. I mean, I have now had a chance to play Mario Kart, not the classic one. I've played the newer ones on the Wii and the Nintendo DS and that, but I still think this is better. Maybe I'm being a bit biased because I am a big Crash fan, and this was like a lot of nostalgia for me playing this as a kid, playing this with my cousins and that. It's just awesome. I don't think I need to say much else about this game, other than the fact that it's awesome. By the way, how many times have I said awesome during this video? A lot. I could put an awesome counter in, but that's far too much to edit. In this video alone, it took me ages to edit, getting all the gameplay and shit like that. I can't be bothered going to put an awesome counter. That's just too much work. I'm sorry. Like I said before, I touched on, I'm being a bit lazy recently. I seriously need to get back to finishing some of those series I started. But by the way, this will be a series from now on, I've decided. We're going to have some top 10 videos on this channel, so there's a lot more coming soon. I've got some good ideas for it, so if you want to see more top 10 videos, please leave a like and subscribe. You know, you'll see them, I promise. Here we are now in the top 5, and starting off with Rayman 2: The Great Escape. Oh my dear lord, this game is so good. There's multiple versions of this game actually. It also got a remake for PS2 called Rayman Revolution, but that version, in my opinion, is not as good. I did play it. I mean, the graphics are better actually. The version you're seeing is actually the PC version. It actually does look like the PS3 version right enough, but it's PC version. But yeah, in that version, for some reason it had English dialogue instead of like the Pig Latin or whatever it was, what they call it in the Rayman universe. But this game, it's a 3D platformer, which is very different to the first Rayman. The first Rayman was 2D, and the first Rayman was hard as hell. I'm sure if you ever played that game, it's so hard. So I mean, it was quite interesting going from that to this, and in my opinion, it was a great idea. Though I think there only is 2 Rayman games that are free. I'm not including Rabbids. Rabbids is fucking shit. I'm not including that. This one and Rayman 3, the only ones that were 3D. The brand newer ones like Rayman Origins and Legends, they go back to 2D, and they're brilliant as well, by the way. But this game, I mean, it had a story to it, which was really pretty awesome. It was like these robot pirates come and like kidnap everyone Rayman as well, and he's got to like save them all. And I just really liked it, and also it had almost had like some sort of Zelda-esque moments in it, like looking for the bloody masks and that, and going into the bloody temples. I don't know, that felt a bit Zelda to me, even though I've never been a big fan of Zelda. I played a bit, and I got some Zelda vibes from it. But this game is, I'd love to see an actual remake, because we've got a HD remake of Rayman 3, which is, in my opinion, I actually like the game. Rayman 3 is a good game, okay, I don't care if you don't like it, I think it's a good game. But I'd love to see this get a remake done on the Xbox One or PS4, it'd be awesome. We're probably not going to get it, but I can dream. And number 4 we have Spider-Man. That's Spider-Man. Oh my goodness, this game, man. Oh my goodness, man, I don't know what to say. This game is just awesome. I'm running out of things to say here. It's just a really fun game. Like, it's got a lot of it's got a completely original story, I think, anyway. I don't think it's based on any films or any comic books or any, I don't know, but I just loved the story to this. It's fun, 3D action game. It had some really great set piece moments, some great boss fights. In the very first level, you're going into a bank to save a bunch of hostages from these guys called Syndicate. And the music, it had some really good soundtrack to it. The boss fights were great. There's a whole level where you're being chased by a bunch of police helicopters, and the whole building's on fire, and it's awesome. It's really awesome. And there's a great bit when you're in the sewers looking for bloody, what's his name, Venom. I mean, this game's awesome. And I'm pretty sure this had a sequel as well. I'm not sure, I didn't actually play the sequel, I only really played this. I've not played many Spider-Man games. I played this one. I played one that was on the Game Boy Advance, Spider-Man 2, The Sinister Six or something like that. And other than that, I've not played any other Spider-Man game. I do like Spider-Man, I watched the TV show as a kid, I've seen all the films. I like Spider-Man. Not my favourite superhero though. Favourite superhero would probably be Batman, but I guess that's kind of cheating because Batman technically isn't a superhero, he's a vigilante, but he's still part of the superhero world, so you know, fuck you. But yeah, this game, it's fun. I would recommend, you can get an emulator and probably get this game. Probably a bit harder to get on this nowadays, probably quite expensive, but just get an emulator and give it a shot at that. Or you can go watch someone's playthrough on YouTube, you get to experience it that way. And I've realised now that I've left this clip on for too long, so I'm running out of things to say, because I can't remember, honestly, I can't actually remember much about these games, especially this one here. I probably should have maybe played it again before, or maybe researched it a bit. But what I do remember, this game being awesome, being very, very fun, and having good set piece moment, good levels, great boss fights, great music, everything you'd want in a sort of PS1 game. It's all here. And this is going on for far too long. Why did I not edit this clip down a bit? It's my fault. I'm still a bit of an amateur. I'll get better, I promise. And at number 3 we have Spyro the Dragon Gateway to Glimmer. Yes, I have the British version. I know in America it's called Ripto's Rage, but both names are good, it doesn't matter which name you have. And a lot of people would say Spyro 3 is their personal favourite, and I've played all 3 Spyros, but this game, I don't know, I love this game more. This is the only game I've actually 100%ed, and I spent so much time in this game as a kid. I mean, I don't know how many times I've replayed this game. It must be 10, 50, I don't know. I've replayed this game so many times. But I just love this game. There's just something about this game. I don't know, just the soundtrack, the characters, the levels. It was just it is just such a good game. I mean, this and Crash, even though I've put Crash higher up, again a spoiler, I still can't decide which one I like better. I mean, I would say Crash, but they're both brilliant games, and it sucks that both series have kind of died. I mean, I know Crash is getting the HD remake, which I wish I had a PS4. I really want to go buy a PS4 just to play those games again, and I hope Spyro gets the same treatment. If Spyro does get the same treatment, I'll have to go and get a PS4. There's just no exception. I'll have to go get it. But this game is my personal favourite of all the Spyros. And here it is, lads. Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back. Again, same sort of situation with the Spyro games. I've played all three of them, and most people consider Crash 3 Warp their favourite, but this one was just my personal favourite because it was actually the very first game I had for PS1. And I've just played, again, I must have replayed this game about 15 odd times, something like that. It's so good, this game. I've 100%ed it as well, and I like to think I'm pretty good at this game. Like, it's just so good. Again, the music, the levels, the bosses. This is like probably, in my opinion, the best 3D platform ever made. I mean, it's so good, and I really would like a PS4 so I can get the Crash Insanity trilogy and play through this again. I mean, it's not the fact that they haven't been lazy about it. They haven't just like hastily made this. It's like completely built from the ground up. It's like a brand new engine. It's completely reimagined, remastered. It looks fantastic, and I'm really jealous I don't have a PS4. I seriously might have to go but get one just to play the Crash hit trilogy, because that's how much this game means to me. I have so much nostalgia for it. Me and my dad used to play this game as well, and it's basically the game that introduced me to platformers, so I have a lot of love for this game. Played it multiple times, completed it multiple times as well. It's just that good. It's such a good game. I love this game so much. It is the GOAT. It is the GOAT. And number 1, that's right, it's Oddworld Abe's Odyssey. Now again, I think most people would say Abe's Exodus is the better game, and I would agree to an extent, but the fact is I played this game first, and oh my goodness, this is such a fun game. It got a remake recently as well, New and Tasty, which is brilliant. I'm so happy with the remake. They've done such a great job. This game, it's funny. It's actually got a lot of humour to this game, and it was one of the rare games where actually getting killed can actually be quite fun and funny at times. And it was a lot of fun, and it was actually quite fun, like playing the game stupidly a lot of times. I mean, the whole point of this game, you play this guy Abe who's like being enslaved by these guys, and you have to like save like your fellow race. But a lot of times it's just fun, like killing them and just generally being an arsehole. And another fun thing about this game is like you don't really have any weapons. Like the way to really win the game, you have to do what you just do. You have to like chant and take over people's bodies. That's like the way you've got to do it. But it's such a fun game. It's a 2D puzzle platformer, and it's just generally so fun. Like again, I've played this game loads. I've 100%ed it. The very first time I did play it, I got the bad ending because I had too much fun just being an arsehole and killing all your pals and that. But such a great game. I love this game. Exodus is fantastic as well, but just for nostalgia alone, this game is just my favourite. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. See you all in the next one. Bye bye.